What's up, guys? This is SGTV Conversations Podcast. I'm your host, Luke Baker, and join with me, as always, my co-host, Jake Hutchison. How you doing, Jake?
What's up, Luke? How you doing, brother?
Pretty good. And so we're again doing it through Skype. We had a couple mix-ups before, but I think we got it all figured out, and I'm hoping
Yeah.
I'm hoping it's pretty good quality because this is going to be an achievement if we do this.
And we have only two people doing the podcast today, so it should be slightly more controlled for the people that get a little upset whenever we're have 8 people talking at once.
Yeah. So what you been up to lately and up in the station and everything? Everything running smoothly there?
Yeah, man, like everything's running fantastically now cuz we went in and I me and John Dowdy are normally our sound engineer came in and we actually have our TV station up and running again. So we actually are a TV station again. For those of you who do not know, we've basically been a YouTube channel for a year, and now we're actually have the TV station on the campus up and running again. So officially, we earn the SGTV part. We earn the TV now
Yeah, we're the TV.
instead of YT, which
Yeah.
is what we were.
You know,
So
I just realized that this is a throwback to episode 1 where it's just me and you on the podcast.
throwback, baby.
Because like
We're
even
probably gonna, yeah.
yeah, John Dowdy's not even here. He's a plane coming back
Yeah.
my way back to
Yeah.
Virginia.
Oh, is he? Is that where he
Yeah.
is? I was wondering where he was. He texted me earlier and got on me a little bit because I put up the wrong Call of Duty tournament video.
Oh, you put up the wrong one.
Yeah, and I was just like, because we were talking and I was like, hey man, he was like, okay, they need to go up one needs to go live every Friday, and I was like, all right. So I was sitting up in the office waiting for this podcast to get kicked off. So I was like looking at the YouTube channel and was like, all right, let me just go ahead and open one up. And he texted me. I ran up to the bank real quick to go put in a check, and he texted me and was like, hey man, you put up the wrong one. And I was like, well, it's the first round. Does it really matter? And he was like, no, but can you change it anyway? I was like, sure. I was like, all right, man. So I went and changed it. So that's done. As of right now, three of the 4 first round matches of our Call of Duty tournament are up on our YouTube channel.
Yeah, it's going to be our summer series, right?
Summer series Call of Duty tournament that we shot at the end of the school year that just is now edited.
They're basically stretching it out.
Yeah, and each match is one video. So yeah. It's been fun, man. It was fun looking at it. Man, I get so angry one match.
I know.
I am screaming and cussing. It is so many beeps. It's nuts.
Actually, I wasn't too bad during my match because I expected to lose because I was going up against Sam and I just knew it wasn't fair and I was going to lose. So I was content.
I got frustrated because I know I'm better than that. That's why I was mad. I got frustrated because I know I'm better than I played in that match. You can see how good. Like I started to figure it out towards the end of the match. About halfway through the match, I quit getting murdered and started like getting more kills than he was killing me. So I started going positive. Like the second half of the match, I went positive by like a pretty good margin. Like I didn't die for a while. I ended up having like an 8 kill streak at the end of the game. So I was doing all right, but I got frustrated at the beginning because man, I swear to God, Sam was controlling 8 people.
I know. Like he's just he's insane. Like it's just not even fair.
I guess that's what happens when you spend all your time playing video games and not getting laid. Shout out to Love You, Sam. I'm sorry. I know, right? He's not even here to defend himself.
Exactly.
I feel kind of bad, but not that bad. So what have you been up to, Luke?
I just been, I have a summer job at the movie theater. So I've been working at the movies. Jurassic World was an insane weekend. Probably it had the biggest box office opening of all time, like 209 million. Like you don't understand. Like just working that is just having, the 2D sellout, the 3D sellout. Like we never sell out of 3Ds. Like it was just insane weekend. I was exhausted. Like I was working like every day. Like I'd get up, go to work and then like go to bed and then get up again. You know what I mean? Like just like boom, boom, boom.
There's nothing worse than big weekends, man. Like I've worked in theaters. It sucks. It's just not fun.
Yeah. I mean, it was, I'm glad I was working a lot. Like, get that money though.
What do you do?
I pretty much do everything. Like I work concession, work at the usher, did box office one day. It just all depends like where I get assigned, but man, it was
Box is
just
fun.
yeah, we get to sit down. That's nice.
Usher's lazy.
Yeah, except for like the cleaning. That's not.
I mean, yeah, you don't really do it. I mean, you kind of walk around with a broom and a bucket and kind of scoop stuff between shows. But then when you're cleaning up theaters isn't that hard.
Yeah, I
Not when
mean,
you have more than one usher. I bet like Jurassic World was kind of crazy. I bet there was
oh
shit
yeah,
everywhere.
we had the cleaning crew we had about maybe
Yeah.
7 people one time. We just rolled in, finished it in like 5 minutes.
Yeah, so yeah, when you have that many people, it goes so fast.
Yeah, it's
Working
worse when you're by yourself, like
I'm gonna
trying
be
to
honest
clean
with
something.
you, dude. Working concession for when it's crazy busy like that makes you want to murder yourself and everyone around you. It's terrible. I did that. Where I grew up in this little Union, we had this sixplex, right? Like we only had 6 screens, but like it's a little backwoods town in South Carolina, so mega religious, right? I worked at a theater when Passion of the Christ came out,
Oh God.
and we threaded the movie so that it was playing on all 6 screens at
Wow.
once. We we had every seat in the theater sold out, and every show started at the same time.
That's
It was
insane. That's like
awful.
Harry Potter style there.
Mm-hmm. It was awful, dude. We had 6 theaters full of church groups coming in to see that movie. It
At religious
sucked.
movies, man, they make the money because they bring in groups
Bank.
and everything.
Yeah, they were selling them in groups. It was crazy. It sucked. It was not a fun. That was not fun. It was like in that theater we always ran into a lot of Tyler Perry weekends that sucked too.
Tyler
Because
Perry
man, those
movies.
Tyler Perry movies sell, dude.
They
Like,
do.
and
Everybody
that little
comes see them.
yeah, and that little small town I lived in, boy, they sold. I mean, we would even have people come in from like the town over because the theaters all there were all sold out, so they would come to
Wow.
the Union trying to get tickets. It was crazy.
When was the last
But
Tyler Perry movie that came out? Was it like Tyler Perry Christmas or something? That one
man, I don't know. I haven't
They-
seen a Perry movie in a minute.
was.
I don't get it, man. I liked how
Yeah.
I liked. I
I
liked
liked
the
his first
plays.
ones, like what was it, Diary of a Mad Black Woman?
Diary of a Mad Black Woman, and the
Some
second
of
one.
them, some of them are done well, but like
Oh,
there's
yeah, the
others
first
that are
two.
just ugh. Like the last
problem-
one, horrible.
they're just all over the place tonally, because it's just basically like, all right, this scene is it's gonna be really funny. Like we're gonna have this man dressed as a woman acting really funny. And then the very next scene is like, you're going to want to kill yourself because everyone on screen is going to want to cry. I mean, it is crazy. I mean, it's like a melodrama meshed in with it's a melodrama meshed in with like a really like slapsticky comedy. It's just a weird combination of stuff.
Yeah,
But
that's interesting. Like I guess that's kind of like his style or whatever.
yeah, oh yeah. I mean, his plays are a lot different. Like I dig his plays. I'm going to be honest. His plays are a lot more lighthearted. Like if his movies are like like I don't know, like old school one scene and then like a Nolan movie the next scene.
Huh.
But like his plays are very Marvel. Like where they're just like they're kind of joyful throughout.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like there's
They're
highs and
entertaining.
lows. There are highs and lows throughout, but like for the most part it's kind of got like a much lighter tone. Um so I dig his plays a lot more than I dig his movies.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I like those. But have you seen Jurassic World?
Yes, I ended up seeing it. It was fantastic.
Really? You liked it that much?
I enjoyed it a lot. I haven't seen any of the Jurassic Park movies, the original ones, but
What?
I
You've
know,
never seen
I
any of
know.
them?
I know. I was
Oh my
trying to like
God.
catch up, and I saw him on. I couldn't find him on TV, and it was just.
Dude, you have got to see Jurassic Park 1. Jurassic Park 1 is magic.
But I.
It really
So
it
you
is
didn't. So you
magic.
didn't like
I wouldn't. Okay, I'm a huge Jurassic Park fan, massive Jurassic Park fan. That's one of my mom's favorite movies. When I was a kid, my mom and they're based off books.
Yeah.
The movies are, or the first two I think are based off books. Well, I was too young to read those books when those movies were coming out. Like they just had too many big words that I couldn't understand in them. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So I couldn't really read them myself. But every night my mom would read a chapter. So my mom would read me Jurassic Park, and I went and saw, and I dug Jurassic Park. Dude, Jurassic Park 1 is magic. It is like one of the best films ever.
Mhm.
It really is. I mean,
I
honestly,
heard 2 and 3 were bad. Like you shouldn't
um,
see those.
2 and 3 aren't good. I wouldn't go as far. I mean, yeah, they're. I mean, they're not. The problem is they're not Jurassic Park 1. Like they're not even close. Like if Jurassic Park 1's a 10, like these are like a 4. Like, but they're not bad. They're not awful. Like there's not like abortions of cinema, but they're not. They're just they don't have the magic that the first one had. This one felt like it grabbed some of that magic back, a little bit of it.
Yeah. I mean, I mean, I think I really enjoyed it. I thought it was well done. Chris Pratt did a good job. Same with Dallas
Chris,
Bryce Howard.
this is what
And I
Bryce
actually liked
Dallas
the
Howard.
kids in this one. Like the kids weren't obnoxious or anything. They were actually
Yeah,
like more realistic kids. You know what I mean? Like,
for the most part, I didn't like the older son very much. The young kid I dug. But I thought Bryce Dallas Howard was good. What I drew away from this movie, Chris Pratt's a freaking movie star, dude. Like he is a bona fide movie star
yeah,
now. Like he hit in the last 2 years, he's made 3 of the biggest movies that come out. He made Guardians, Lego Movie, and now Jurassic World. He is a star. Like
I
I
know.
watched that movie and I walked out of there going, Chris Pratt's the real deal. Like this kid is just good. He's just fun to watch on screen. He pulls this magical balance of like dudes like him and all the chicks want to bang him. So he's got this like magic that like a lot of actors don't have where like because like some people that are just like all the chicks want him, just dudes hate him.
yeah.
But this guy, he's
He
likable on screen.
he's
He's
got a good
talented.
balance.
Mm-hmm. And I dig him. That was my takeaway from the movie. I liked a lot of it. For a big Jurassic Park fan like myself, there were a lot of Easter eggs in the movie, and those were cool. My comparison when I walked out, I was like, it's the Pacific Rim of Jurassic Park movies. It's fun, but it's so stupid. Like there's so much stupid crap in that movie,
Really?
but dude, so much.
Oh, well, I guess we want to do spoilers on here.
Yeah, just spoiler territory, ladies and
Yeah.
gentlemen. So if you don't want to hear spoilers, come back in like 10 minutes.
Um, like you didn't like the big T Rex battle at the end. Like I thought that
Oh,
was really
that
cool.
was so cool. But like the problem I had was like this damn Indominus Rex had like every superpower on the planet. Like
Yeah.
it was Deadpool in the Wolverine movie. Like it had
Yeah.
all the powers of the animal kingdom, and it was just so stupid. And like the part where they were like, "Oh shit, it's a raptor!" Like I saw that coming from like a mile away. I was actually expecting them to say it was more based off a raptor than a T Rex, but whatever. Um, I don't know. It was just silly. Like the way it worked
Yeah.
out was kind of silly to me. Like I dug it. Like I enjoyed it. It is fun to watch.
I
Like
mean,
those
I thought that was
dinosaurs.
pretty cool at the end where the freaking thing got him. Like that
Yeah,
was. I
and
really like the raptor parts, and they're like they were kind of like the like when they were running with him, they were like kind of like his
oh,
dogs or
dude, that was
whatever.
so freaking cool, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Like it's so weird because like in the early animal and the early Jurassic Park films,
Like
the
raptors
raptors are
were
like
bad.
they are the most feared creature in the movies. Like they are terrifying in those movies. Um, like the T Rex in Jurassic Park 1 and the Raptors are just terrifying freaking monsters. Like they are just horrifying. But like I dug it. Like I liked it, but it was just so dumb. It was just like whenever he was like he can camouflage, and then they were like, oh, he can control his body temperature, and then they were like, and he's a raptor. And like and they should have just come out and been like, and he has a 10-foot dick, and he
Mm.
and he can teleport, and he can morph, and he can turn into a human. Like it was just like it was ridiculous. It was just like everything you can imagine. This
Mm.
freaking mega dinosaur had.
Yeah, I
So
mean, well, I mean, they had to change something. It couldn't be the same
they
thing.
did.
Everything. I
They
have no
did.
idea what they're gonna do for the next movie. Like,
Honestly,
obviously it's gonna happen, but like,
yeah.
well, it's like Jurassic Park is closed again. You know.
Honest to God, I feel like this one is a better sequel than the other two. Because basically, like in Jurassic Park 1, this rich ass dude comes up with an idea for building a dinosaur. He builds a park, shit goes wrong. And I feel like instead of it just kind of turning into like a weird, like ancient island with dinosaurs running around, like they did in the sequels, where like they just showed up and the park was like in ruins and whatnot, instead of doing that, they should have done like, oh, another like billionaire took it over and actually built the park and made it where people, went for like 20 years, and then oh shit's gonna go wrong. So it was kind of like a silly monster movie, but it was fun. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I mean,
That was
I went
dumb.
out of here and I was, I enjoyed it. Like
Oh,
I was
oh,
satisfied at the end.
it's a fun time. It really is a good time. It's a
Mhm.
fun movie to go watch. Honestly, any movie that Chris Pratt's in, you're gonna enjoy yourself. You just are.
Yeah,
Like that's
he's
what I said about
talented.
Guardians last summer. I was like, it's the most enjoyable movie you'll ever watch. Like it's
Yeah,
2 hours of just fun, other than the first 5 minutes, which will make you cry
yeah,
of Guardians. But like, and Lego movies like that too. It's just fun. It's just a fun movie to watch.
yeah. I mean, yeah, I've enjoyed it at the end, and I think on a part of why it was so popular was one because Chris Pratt, like his popularity, and like two, like adults now are old enough that saw it, like when they were kids to bring their
Yeah.
kids to go
Mhm.
see it, and then like it's dinosaurs, so kids want to see it, and then 3D because people want to see dinosaurs in 3D. So it
Oh
was just a
yeah.
combination of all those made it so popular.
And this is the first Jurassic Park movie in which it's a star. It's also a star vehicle. It's also a movie with a star in it. Because like the other ones had like no celebrities in them. Like none of them did.
Well, they had that one guy who was in the first one with the
Jeff
glasses.
Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah, he was in that.
But he's not a celebrity. Like
Yeah.
he is like people like him and he's enjoyable, but it's not. And a lot of it's because of that movie. It's not like it's not. I mean, no one's gonna be like, "Hey man, let's go watch the new Jeff Goldblum movie." Like no one does that. You know what I mean? But people will do that about Chris Pratt. Like Chris Pratt's a movie star now, and that's the first Jurassic Park movie where they actually hired people and or hired a guy who was a star.
Yeah, I'm
So they
actually
did a great.
surprised that they chose Dallas or Bryce Dallas Howard to be in it because she's not really like that big of a star, but like she was really good in The Help. Like she played like the like the main like
And
the main
she,
person or something. But it was just interesting like how
yeah,
they wouldn't like try to get. But I mean,
and
she
she
did a
was
good job though.
and she was really good in Lady in the Water, even though that movie's a giant piece of shit.
Oh God, she's in
Um,
that. Did she play the lady in the water?
she's Lady in the Water.
What? I thought
Yeah,
it was like that weird person that played the White
no,
Witch. Are you sure?
no, yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, that the
It
White Witch
wasn't.
is Tilda Swinton. Yeah, that's Bryce Dallas Howard.
It wasn't the White Witch in Narnia that
Nope,
played her.
nope.
Really?
Yep.
Huh?
And
That
she was
movie was
in The
terrible.
Village. Bryce Dallas Howard was. Bryce Dallas Howard's a good actress,
God, she
and her
just made
dad's
a mistake
and,
by going to.
and her dad's mega famous.
Oh, okay. Is that why she's
Or
got
her
popular?
dad's Ron Howard.
What?
Yeah, that's her dad, Ron Howard.
What?
Yeah,
No, I had no
you didn't know
idea.
that?
I had no
Yeah,
idea.
yeah, her dad's Ron Howard.
Oh, okay, that makes sense now.
Yeah, well, she's talented.
Well,
She's
yeah, she's
good.
good too.
She's good. I felt like, the movie was built around Chris Pratt and Jurassic Park. Like that was the movie. I mean, they didn't really do and I mean, Bryce Dallas Howard is a star. I mean, you never sell. I don't know how to sound like I'm sounding like a sexist, but in Hollywood they do not sell movies based off the women in it.
So sometimes,
Generally they don't, unless it's like a chick flick. Very rarely. I mean,
well, like
unless
Melissa
there's
McCarthy will move,
she will,
stuff.
yeah, they will they'll give her front billing, but she's a rarity. You know what I mean? Like most
I guess
people
it's
they
more
don't
in
get.
comedy movies that they would sell the women.
Yeah, women
Whatever.
they really don't sell unless it's a chick flick or or like a chick comedy, but usually it's the guy that they sell the movie off of. And Chris Pratt's a good dude to do that, man. He's a freaking movie star at this point. He crushed. He was so good. Like that was the thing I walked away from. Like that was the thing I walked away from that movie. I was like, this dude's gonna be like, just this dude's a freaking star.
You think he's
Like
gonna be in
Marvel.
Indiana Jones?
Man, I hope so. I mean,
I
I
don't know.
really,
That'd be too
God,
much
I
for me
hope so.
to be in
Marvel,
Guardians,
Marvel
Indiana,
did it
and
again, man.
Jurassic.
Marvel keeps finding celebrities. I can't figure it out, man. They keep just making stars.
Speaking of that, they're making a new star with Spider-Man.
Man,
Tom
hey,
Holland or whatever his
how
name
do
is.
you feel about this casting, man?
I don't know. I think he looks good. I was really wanted Asia Butterfield to be,
That's who I wanted. I was pissed when they were like, Asa Butterfield's out, and I was like,
but
because he was
he.
who I wanted.
This guy is a better alternative to the other finalist guy because
I don't, who
like
was the other finalist?
this
Guy?
like younger kid, like it didn't like he almost looked too young for the role. But I think this guy
Really?
will be good. I haven't seen
I
any of his stuff or anything.
I see. That's the thing. I don't know who this guy is. I thought Asa Butterfield would have crushed. I think he's a good actor. He's been in some big movies. He's done some good things. Like I was excited about seeing him in that role because I'm a huge Spider-Man fan, and I do like the fact they're going so much younger. Like,
Yeah.
holy crap, they're going a lot younger.
No
Because like
more like 25-year-old Spider-Man trying to play like a.
the last two were almost 30, man.
I know they were
Like,
just like they were too old. Like they tried to make them look like they're in high school, but it just.
well, I mean, Andrew Garfield, who I thought was a good Spider-Man, I
He was
really
good.
dug. I liked him as Spider-Man. He's a good actor, but he's like 29 when he did the first one.
I know, and he
Like,
was supposed to be in high
31
school.
he was 31 playing a high school kid.
Oh my god, I didn't
Yeah.
realize that.
Yeah, man, it was
That was
crazy.
too like. I think they're starting to go more like realistic with age now, sort of thing, which is good.
Yeah,
Because I'm tired of those teen movies where like late 20s people play like teenagers.
yeah. I don't know how old Tobey Maguire was. I'm actually in the process of looking it up right now. But yeah, I mean, Andrew Garfield's almost 30.
Yeah, I mean, even though he did
So
a good job, I think he would have been a better like older Spider-Man, like with a
yeah,
I
I
wouldn't say
agree.
old, but like a more mature Spider-Man.
Um, he would have been. Tobey Maguire was 27 when they did Spider-Man 1.
Jeez.
Yeah, and I mean, how old's this kid? This kid's young, right?
Yeah, he's like 17 or something.
Which is about right. Like, I mean, you don't want a kid who doesn't look like he's been through puberty, but you do want a kid who's young. I mean, he's 19, so I mean, that's about right. I would have preferred Asa Butterfield. That would have been my guy, but I've never seen who this. I don't know anything about this Tom Holland kid. Literally, I have no idea who this kid is.
Yeah, I haven't seen like much about him or anything.
Me either. I mean, isn't he British or something?
Um, I don't know. I haven't really looked much into him. I don't know.
Well, I'm sure this guy's going to be a star if Marvel's working with him. I mean, hell, they keep making them. I don't know where they keep finding people at a premium that turn into movie stars.
I don't
It's
know.
crazy.
The producers are geniuses.
I mean, comic book movies are finding people who are going to be celebrities. I mean, that's where Hugh Jackman came from.
Huh.
He was an Aussie who had never done anything in America. He comes over here, does X-Men, and boom, he's been playing Wolverine for 20 years.
Yeah.
And now he's like one of the biggest stars on the planet.
So he's actually this guy's actually 19. So he's
Yeah,
couple
he's
months
close.
younger than me, about 6, 7
He's
months.
close. He's close enough. He's gonna look a lot younger than everybody on screen. I mean, they keep. I don't know, man, but
He was in
we'll see how
Lock,
it goes.
apparently.
Oh, see, I haven't seen that yet. Have you seen that?
No, I was planning on seeing that one.
I have it at my beck and call whenever I want to watch it, but I just haven't put it in yet. Because
Yeah.
apparently it's like 90% of it's like in a car, which is weird.
Yeah. Oh
But
God, I hope it's not another drive.
Oh God, not another drive. Oh, I hate that.
I hate that too. God.
Shout outs to Katie Waters, who I give crap about liking that movie every day I see her.
I know. It's so God.
Yeah.
I hate that.
I hate it. I hate that movie.
It's just God. You just easily like I could go on and on about it. Like I don't
Yeah,
even want to talk about it.
I actually quit. I used to watch a lot of YouTube reviews all the time,
Yeah.
and I quit watching a YouTube reviewer because he pretty much said, like, if you don't love this movie, you don't know what movie making is. You're an idiot.
Yeah.
And I was just like, yep,
Nope.
nope, never again. I literally have never watched another video he's ever been involved with
That's
since
funny.
then. Because he did like a 20-minute breakdown explaining why Drive is so great. And he started off with, like, if you don't love this movie, you're not a true film fan.
Oh
And I
my
was
God.
like,
That's so
I was like,
subjective.
I was like, be more pretentious, you douche. And I cut that. I literally exit out of the window, and I've never watched another video from that guy again.
Wow.
Yeah, because that's just
Yeah.
some pretentious bullshit your boy ain't gonna deal with.
Yeah.
And I do not like that movie. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. There's a lot of
Yeah, they're
there's a lot of
filming in
crazy-
Atlanta now. I was like, shoot, when they saw
Civil
there was like
War?
casting call for some extras. Should have went
for
down.
what, Civil War?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. They need. Well, I mean, shit. That's why they had to cast Spider-Man this
Hey, to
this
hurry
recently, because they're running out of crap to film. Apparently, like, they're getting to the point where it's like, we need Spider-Man like tomorrow, or we're not going to be able to. We're going to have to send everyone home and bring them back because we have nothing to do.
up. Really?
So
Were they just like having like all the stars just hanging out there?
Well, I mean, I guess he has scenes with people. I mean, in the comic, Spider-Man's a big part of that script.
But he'll probably just make a cameo in this one.
He'll
Apparently,
probably
like Ant-Man and
pop
like
up.
everybody, like literally everybody's gonna be in this movie.
Oh, everybody that's been in the movie's in. Like, it's crazy. The only people that I don't think are going to be in it are Guardians of the Galaxy. That's
Oh
it.
yeah, well, that's
Everyone else is in it, man. It's crazy.
how are
It
they
is
gonna
nuts.
implement Ant-Man in that? Like, I don't know how that's gonna work.
Ant-Man's a big part in the comics, man.
Yeah.
It's weird because they have a weird
I don't know.
timeline.
I'm still nervous about Ant-Man. Like, I know people are like think that it's gonna be really cool, but I don't know. I feel like it's gonna fall flat for me. Like,
They have some weird. They're doing some weird stuff with the timeline. As a comic book fan, because like in the comics, Hank Pym, who is actually played by Michael Douglas in this movie, is married to Janet Van Dyne, who is played by Evangeline Lilly in this movie.
uh-huh.
All right, so they're married, and they're like that's like the love interest for those two characters. Well, in their version, it's like he's giving off the suit to whoever Paul Rudd's playing. I keep forgetting that character's name. So they have Janet Van Dyne, the Wasp, being a love interest of this new guy and not Hank Pym, which is kind of weird.
Huh.
I found that very. Whenever I was looking at the trailer, I was like, all right, they're not doing Hank Pym, which kind of sucks, but it kind of somewhat free. The fact Hank Pym's big thing is he created Ultron.
Yeah.
So since they've already done Ultron, it makes sense for them to be like, oh, he's playing Scott. Paul Rudd's playing Scott Lang. But since they don't need Hank Pym to create Ultron, they just figured like, all right, man, we'll just go ahead and do Paul Rudd playing Scott Lang instead of playing Hank Pym. So I mean, we'll see how it goes, man. I think it'll be all right. I think we'll see how it goes. I literally think it's going to be okay. I think it'll be good. I mean, regardless of what we think, it's still going to make $100 million.
Oh yeah.
It's still going to make like $400 million.
Yeah, I don't think it'll be as big as an opening as whatchamajig of Jurassic World, but
no. Oh, not God, no. I think Ant-Man, if it crawls to 400 million, which is still just a ungodly sum of money.
Yeah.
But if they just crawl to 400 million, which is what Marvel's going to do. Marvel is yet to make a movie that didn't make over 400 million, with the exception of, I think, the Hulk. The Hulk, the one with Ang
Lee?
Ed
Norton, really?
Yeah, the Ed Norton Hulk. Since the I guess that like world or whatever, since they've kicked off the Marvel Cinematic Universe,
Yeah.
I think that's the lowest grosser they've had. But other than that, all of them have been over 400 million. I'm pretty sure. So, I mean, it makes sense. I mean, they've crushed, man. They really have. I don't think Hulk didn't do great, but other than that, Hulk did 134 million, which is really low. Like, that's why. No, it did 263 million worldwide. That's the lowest box office Marvel's done so far. Is 263 million. Everything else has made 400 million. So, as long as they, put out Ant-Man and, it makes 400 million, everybody's going to be happy.
Yeah.
Marvel's going to be doing their thing. I mean, it's kind of the point, man. It's such a brand, everyone's going. I mean, we know this. Everyone's going to go, regardless of how stupid it looks.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, it's a brand name. I mean, they're going to go. I mean, hell, Marvel could put out I heard this joke on, I got to give the shout out to Kevin Smith on Fat Man and Batman, but they were just like, he was like, man, Marvel could put out a movie called Marvel Kills Your Mom, and it would still make $400 million. Like, Marvel kills your mom on screen, and it would still make $400 million.
Yeah.
Like, that's just the brand.
They're just like, people are automatically going to go see it.
Yeah, people are going to go see it. And I mean, it'll do all right. I think it'll do poor. I don't think it's going to do great. But I still think it's going to be a good movie.
Yeah.
Like Marvel hasn't made a bad movie to me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they've made movies that are not as good, but they haven't made a movie that's like, whoo, that was a shit box. They haven't made Batman and Robin yet. You know what I mean? Like, they haven't made their Batman and Robin. They haven't made their Superman: A New Hope yet. They haven't made their X-Men 3. You know what I mean? Like, they haven't made a terrible movie yet. they've made some that aren't good. Like I'm not sitting there going like, screw you, Thor: The Dark World. But
Yeah.
you
Oh
know,
God,
like
oh freaking Thor: The Dark World was boring to me. Like I just didn't enjoy it.
yeah. But I mean, I still it's not a terrible movie.
Yeah, no, I mean it was like I mean yeah, I mean I liked it, but you know it wasn't the
It's
best thing
watchable.
ever. Yeah.
Yeah, they haven't made, but Marvel just hasn't made a bad movie yet.
Hmm.
So until they do,
I don't think that's gonna happen. There's
take
no
my
way.
money, man. Take my money, dude. I'm gonna keep going.
Yeah.
Like I'm
Spe-
happy.
I guess moving on to that combined like huge box office weekend last week, Inside Out. Have you
Dude,
seen it yet?
I haven't seen it, but my mom said it's like the best movie ever.
It's really good. It's not even a kids movie. Like it's almost too complex for kids to get. Like
Really? It
I mean
looks
not like
awesome.
you know like it's like it goes over kids' heads. Like it's
I want to
just
see
so
it.
clever, so smart. It's really funny. Like you'll just be like laughing at things like with like different emotions that people do, and it's just like man, it is easily like a masterpiece. Like I would say so. Like
I
it's
saw.
best Pixar movie since like Toy Story.
I just saw since Toy Story. Which Toy Story? 3 or 1 or 2 or what?
I guess 3.
Oh yeah, it's
Yeah.
definitely better than 3. I mean, it probably is. I mean, they haven't done great since then. But I'm not gonna lie. I saw a list the other day of the best female characters ever made by Pixar. 2 of the girls from Inside Out were on that list
Oh
already.
yeah, they were
Like they were
really
like
really
apparently
well made.
sadness and joy are just
Yeah, they're like the
insane.
main characters in it.
Yeah,
They can
apparently
kinda
they
go
are
in that
just
journey.
fantastic in it.
Like it's
I want to
just
see
so
it.
well done, really relatable. Like everything, even though it's like a coming through like a 12-year-old's mind or whatever, it's just really smart, very clever. Like there's just so much funny stuff. Like with like things that they put in. Like it's just like I said, it's almost like it's not even a kids movie. Like it's just it goes like over their heads. I mean, there's like I said, there's this minimal like goofy stuff. You know how they kind of put goofy stuff for like kids to enjoy it. There's hardly any in
Yeah.
there. It's just
Dude,
ridiculous. Like at the end was just like so emotional. You're just like, man, that was.
I'm
really
looking at
good.
this freaking. I'm looking at this cast. Holy crap, dude!
Mhm. Yeah,
They
it was,
got
like,
some people
Louis
going,
Black,
dude.
Bill Hader, Amy Poehler.
Amy Poehler, Diane Lane, Kyle MacLachlan, that Mindy chick who is not attractive, who's too unattractive to be on TV, whatever her name is, that Indian girl. But I want to see it, man. It looks awesome. I love it. I'm on an animation kick, man. I actually watched Incredibles this morning. Just
Really?
you know,
Just again?
yeah, just to watch it. Yeah, just to sit down and watch it again. I forgot, like, dude. If I ever make a list of like best superhero movies ever made, that's got to be on there. It's so good. Like it's such a good movie. Like that film is fantastic. Like Pixar, man, they know how to make a movie.
Yeah.
They do. They know how to make a movie. And they've had some that aren't as good, and they've had some that are, they've had but they have made masterpieces, man, coming out of there. I mean, all 3 of the Toy Stories, freaking Incredibles is fantastic. Yeah, Finding Nemo is genius. I want to see this Inside Out, man. I'm pumped about it.
Yeah,
I'm
definitely
excited.
easily the next film that you should see.
Really? I want to see it because I'm broke right now, so I'm trying to figure out my money situation. But I want to go see that. That's on my list. I'm trying to. I was gonna wait and see Terminator next, but with the love this movie's getting, I feel like it has to be next.
Yeah, it is really good. Very well done. Speaking of that, I actually saw this is like a trifecta of movies. I saw like Jurassic World, Inside Out, then I saw Dope. Dope
Dude,
was
how
really
good is Dope?
It's so good.
I want to see it, dude. It looks awesome.
It is like fantastic. It starts out kind of like okay, like a kind of like a 7, like a 6 out of 10 movie, like kind of like you're expecting like your typical like gangster movie, something like kind of like hood movie sort of thing. But then it just kind of like takes a twist, and like the ending's fantastic. It just you're like what, it like makes you think about it. You're like wow.
I want to see it, man.
It's very well done. The acting's fantastic in it. It's like it's just really interesting, like on where it takes you. It's kind of like you're not expecting it, like where it to go. I mean, it's not just like twists and turns, but like the way they go with like one situation, you're just like, man, that was really good.
Yeah, it looks like honestly, it looks like a black comedy indie film from the 90s. That's what it looks like. I mean, that's exactly what it looks like. It looks like a hipster black people movie.
Yeah,
and
but
it looks awesome. I want to
yeah.
go see it. It looks fantastic. It
Yeah.
looks hilarious.
It's just it's like it takes place in modern day, but like the kids are kind of like the geek hipsters that like 90s music and stuff, so they don't fit in, and like talks about kind of like the drug stuff that goes into like inner Los Angeles, like in
the inner
Inglewood.
city.
Yeah, so
I want to see it.
It's very well done. Like,
man, you've been doing better than me on movies, man. I'm jealous.
Yeah, I'm not even kidding you. Like the last 3 movies I've seen are like boom, 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 like really good.
Jealous.
Like,
I want to
enjoyed them.
I wish I had money to go to the movies more often, dude. I've been more or less relegated to watching TV for a while. Like that's what I've been doing. I've been watching TV like a madman. Like I just finished but oddly enough haven't watched Mad Men. But I watched the other day I completely binged watched True Detective. Watched the entire series in a day.
Isn't it good?
Oh, so good. It is really good. Honest to God, though, I will say this: I felt like the first 5 episodes are the best part. I felt
really.
I thought
the like I'm not gonna lie, like right when it first like came out, and everybody's flipping out about it. I tried to watch like the first episode, like second one, I couldn't get through it. It was too like slow for me. But then I actually just powered through all of them, and I enjoyed it. And it got it was a nice payoff towards the end. Like I would say, like after the first 3 episodes, like the rest, like the last 5 are good.
Episodes like I think up until episode 5, it's just fantastic. It's so good. I think it kicks in being good in episode 2, and maybe it's just because I'm a pervert and that really hot chick. It's like naked.
San Andreas.
Yeah, the Alexandria Daddario.
Uh-huh.
Holy God. Are you shitting? Like, seriously. Yeah. Honestly, any male should see it just for that, because fuck. Like, it's dumb. Like, I hate to sound bad, but attractive. Very attractive. But it's weird that I was surprised when she did all that for that role, because she's really not in the show that much. But whatever.
Yeah.
I guess whatever gets you famous. But dude, McConaughey crushed. Yeah. So good.
He was easily the best in that.
Oh yeah. Woody Harrelson was good.
Yeah, both of them were good.
Yeah, Michelle Monaghan was really good. I thought all the like mains were fantastic. I thought it was a really great show.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna do for season 2.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I have no faith.
I saw the first episode. First episode came out like last Sunday.
How was it, man?
Yeah, like I hate to say it, but it's not as good as the first one. I mean, obviously it's hard to recapture that, but it's just there's like a lot more characters now. There's like 4 main characters, so it's like double it. So it's a lot of like moving around, but it still has that same vibe, and I like how they totally switched it up. Like it's in California now, and that's really cool. But I already know for a fact Rachel McAdams' character is going to fall flat hard. Just the way she's written, the way she acts it, it's just, she sucks. Like, God.
Really?
But Colin Farrell, oh my God. Like, he just does some crazy stuff in the first episode. You're just like, did he just do that? Like, he's just insane. He's gonna be the Matthew McConaughey of this one.
Dude, I'll be honest, dude. I think Colin Farrell is one of the best actors. Like, I think he's fantastic as an actor. I know he's hard to work with because he drinks a lot and acts like an asshole, apparently. But, dude, I think
that's what he did in his character drinks a lot.
Good.
He's like
an
alcoholic.
Yeah, good. He can just be himself because he is such a good actor. I'm glad that when they cast him, I dug the first season of True Detective, but it's weird because that entire first season was written by the same guy and then completely directed by the same guy. They're 2 different people, but like every episode was directed by the same guy and every episode was written by the same guy. So it was like a mini series that they made.
But it was a long movie almost.
It was like an 8-hour long movie. But I feel like it also took them I feel like in my head it took them 3-4 years to write. Like the writer, it took him years to write. And then they were like, "Oh man, this is successful. Turn around and do it again in a year."
Yeah, and so he's
and
like,
I feel like he's like, all right. So he went ahead and did it, and I just don't. I think it's gonna pale, man.
Yeah,
I think it's gonna. Go ahead.
I mean, like I do agree what you're saying. Like it's kind of hard because he had to flip around. He did get more of an extension because like last year, True Detective came out like in January, so we got like an extra 6 months of production and writing and stuff. But
yeah.
I definitely agree with you. Like where it's not gonna necessarily fall flat. I would say like because Vince Vaughn characters actually he does a pretty good job. And it's an interesting setup, but just I know I'm just mad because like they just totally. I'm like I feel like Rachel McAdams like took this role just to say like she's gonna hopefully jumpstart her career out of like the stupid romantic movies.
Yeah. I honestly I think it'll still be okay. It reminds me a lot of the show Heroes. Did you ever watch Heroes?
No.
All right. Season 1 of Heroes, some of the best television I've ever seen.
That's what I've heard.
Fantastic, genius. Season 1 is how I felt about True Detective. True masterpiece type work. Really fantastic. And then every season after that, it just slowly declined until it was just terrible, and I couldn't even finish it. But like, I feel like this is a similar show where this dude, the writer of this show, sat down and wrote a masterpiece, an 8-hour long movie that is just genius across the boards.
Yeah.
And like, there were moments where I was like, literally when I was watching True Detective, where I would just like, my roommates even knocked on the door. There's a moment where I go, oh shit! Like I was just shocked. I was like, holy crap! And it's not even a moment. It's a weird moment. I don't want to give it away, but it's just weird. Like I don't know. Really fantastic movie. It's one of those. It's great. And also Game of Thrones wrapped up recently.
Yeah. Did you end up watching that?
I binged every episode of Game of Thrones in a night.
Dude, that last episode though, that's what talk about going crazy. Those last 3 episodes, I was losing my mind.
Such a good show, man.
Especially
Such
that big,
show.
like the 8th episode that was just like that, you know what I'm talking about, like that basically felt like it was a movie, like that whole battle scene.
War part? Oh my god. I mean, look. Screw it, man. It came out like a month ago. The last episode. Screw it. Spoilers, guys, on Game of Thrones. I want to talk about Game of Thrones, so spoilers. If you haven't seen it, what are you doing with your life? Like, go watch it. You're an idiot. But dude, that battle scene is freaking nut, dude.
With the White Walkers,
dude. That is where you see the White Walkers and all their fear. Like, that's when you finally see them as like, okay, this is a true, credible, terrifying threat. Like, there's nothing you can do. There is no win here. I don't know how they're gonna beat these bastards. I have no idea. And then like, oh, so friggin' cool.
And then the 9th episode was like just that. Honestly, that might have been my favorite episode. It's just the whole like battle scene was just epic. Like
it was so epic. And then like he's like basically staring at Jon Snow. He's like staring Jon Snow down.
Yeah.
And then he just raises his hands, and everyone who just died gets up. And I was just like, holy shit! There's no winning here, man. Like all those people in Westeros battling over the Iron Throne.
Pointless.
Have fun, because the White Walkers are gonna come down and fucking kill all of you. It was crazy. I was just like, all right, all this stuff going down in Westeros is useless. No, doesn't matter. Does not matter at all. So, I mean, fantastic. A really good season, really strong season. A lot of people died.
Yeah, especially I liked episode 9 with Daenerys and that whole dragon scene. That was really cool.
Oh,
and then,
yeah, I don't know, man. It was weird to me. It felt kind of forced, but whatever.
And then the last one though, with Jon Snow.
Oh man, my heart broke, man.
He's not dead. He's not dead. He can't make it. No, I mean like there's no way. No, like there's no way that they're gonna let him die. I think Melisandre's gonna bring him back to life.
Bring him back, do you?
Yeah. There's no way. There's no way. Why would they cut out the North? That's like the whole storyline just gone now.
Listen to this. This is what I think, okay? And maybe you're gonna think I'm crazy, but this is what I want to see.
Zombie Mountain's gonna come after him.
The friggin' White Walkers come, and instead of turning him into a zombie, turn him into a White Walker. White Walker Jon Snow versus whoever down in King's Landing. Oh my god! Right? Right?
The revenge of Jon Snow.
God. Jon Snow, the White Walker, with an army of zombies just fighting friggin' whatever, man. Like, that's what I want to see. Just imagine him going down to Winterfell and just killing the friggin' Boltons.
Yeah.
I want to see. That was just, dude, fantastic season. Every time I watch that show, I forget how good the acting in that show is. Like, because I binge watch it when it finishes, and then I don't watch it for like a year. And then it just every time I watch it, I'm just like, God, the acting in this, it's just so good. Peter Dinklage is a freaking genius, man. That dude ought to win every Emmy. I don't care. Dude crushes. He's so good. Um, oh, what about old dude burning his daughter? That was so messed up.
Oh yeah,
That was so messed up.
Stannis is no longer the
Yeah,
Manus.
Stannis Baratheon.
And then he ended up dying anyway, so it didn't matter.
It was messed up because like 2 weeks before that, right? Like I haven't liked Stannis. No one does. Hadn't been a likable character at all. Like when it comes to the Game of Thrones, like basically it's like, all right, root for Dragon Girl, and that's it. Like that's your only choice. And then I was looking at Stannis, and I was like, this dude's always so doing weird stuff. And then he had that scene with his daughter where he's talking about how she got grayscale and like how he like bought this like doll because he loved his daughter, and then all the people were like, "Oh, get rid of her because she has grayscale," and he's like, "No," and it was just a beautiful scene about him telling him.
That's what I don't understand. Like, why would he ever do that? Like,
I don't know. It was just a beautiful scene where he's just like, "Look, I love you this much," and then like 2 episodes later, he's like, "We're gonna burn you at the stake."
I know. It's like what happened to change him like that much?
It makes sense. Like the way they do it, it makes sense. But in my head, seriously, like man, like I just messed up. All that Sansa stuff was terrifying.
Oh yeah,
it was just
with Ramsay Bolton. The guy who plays Ramsay's fantastic actor. I thought he kills it.
He wants to get his character killed.
Like the guy who plays is actually a comedian actor. It's funny to like see him and like he does some like BBC like shows where he's actually like a comedian. So he kind of just kind of like plays himself as like an a-hole. He
is a dude, he is the most monstrous person on that show.
Yeah.
He is horrible. Like I want him to die. I want someone to wreak him. Like turn around and wreak him back. Because seriously, he is a monster, that dude. He is just a mess, an evil monster, and I want him gone.
Yeah, it was like after Joffrey, it's him on the list.
Yeah, Joffrey died, and then it was just like, because Ramsay was like a really close second to Joffrey. And then Joffrey died, and it's like, all right, man, here's number 1, and he ain't giving it up yet, man. Yeah. Like, and apparently that scene, like the post-wedding scene with Sansa, he doesn't. Well, in the books, he doesn't marry Sansa; he marries someone else. But in the books, it's even worse.
Really?
Yeah. Yikes. Like, yeah, way worse. I don't want to go. Like, basically, like in the books, he marries like Sansa's best friend. Who
old best friend?
Yeah, who old Reek knew, like old Reek knew, like grew up with. They all grew up together. Like what's his name? What was his name? I don't know.
Theon.
Theon Greyjoy. Boom. Theon Greyjoy grows up with all these people in the house and stuff, and they marry off this girl saying that she's Arya to Ramsay, and like instead of the whole like you watch thing, like nah, he had to get involved. It's terrible, dude. It is easily the most messed up thing, like terrible. Like I found it on like I was just like flipping through, and they were like things that are different in the books from the show of Game of Thrones, and I was flipping through it, and they were like the scene, like the
Sansa
wedding
scene or whatever.
The wedding night Sansa scene is actually much worse than the book.
That's messed
and I
up.
was like, "There's no way."
Yeah.
And then I just read the little clip. Like they took little sections written in the book and put it on the website, and I read it, and I was like, "Oh my God, this is the most." George R.R. Martin is a monster. Because I mean, anyone that can think of this shit is just terrible. I mean, it was awful, dude. It was so bad. But I mean, it was fantastic season of that show. They should give old what's her face? The blonde woman. What is her name? Shame. Ding ding ding. Shame. Whatever her name is.
Cersei?
Yeah, Cersei. Whoever plays
Shame.
Cersei. Yeah. Ding shame. Whoever plays Cersei should get an Emmy just based off that scene.
Yeah, well actually
long.
It wasn't even her too, it was a body double.
Well, yeah, but the performance is fantastic.
Yeah.
And the performance is fantastic. And B, like, it is a long scene. That is an uncomfortably long scene.
It's just like 5 minutes or something.
Longer than that, man. It's like 10 minutes of just like this, like 40-something-year-old naked woman walking through the streets,
And then people like throwing stuff at her. Like some guy like flashed his junk at him.
It was just everyone's saying nasty stuff to her.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, like it's funny. Like everyone's saying like these things that are like, Game of Thrones is kind of like a time period, so everyone talks kind of like they did back in the old days, and like, go back. I went back, like I watched the scene, and I had to actually stop it and rewind it and rewatch like 30 seconds of it because like some dude just goes, "Hey, it's the Queen's tits."
No way.
Yeah, he just goes like, and you can hear it. Like you can hear him go, "Hey, it's the Queen's tits." And it was just awesome.
Totally out of place or whatever.
Everybody else is like, "You're a whore. Here, here's something, look at my cock," or something, the way they talk in that show. And then there's just one dude who's like, "Hey, look at the Queen's tits." It's so funny. It just tripped me out. But yeah, such a good show, dude. I dug it. I'm so glad that show exists.
Yeah, I say that the season finale was very good. Like
very good.
One of the best in a while since probably the Red Wedding.
I was very upset with Arya situation.
Oh yeah, going blind.
Because she's one of my favorite characters. Like honestly, this show gives you almost no one to root for, and she's the only person I'm rooting for. And then that happened, and I'm just like, oh man, like she's gonna be useless now.
I know she's gonna like walk around blind, and like for some reason maybe she'll come like night vision or be like Daredevil or something.
I don't know. They forgot. That'd be awesome. Daredevil Arya. Holy shit! Think about that crossover, will you? Daredevil, Stick from Daredevil training Arya. That'd be so bad.
Funny.
That'd be the greatest thing I ever saw. But yeah, I mean Arya, man, they are struggling to make her look like she's not 19 or however old she is.
Yeah.
Man, they are, because in the book she's like 12, right?
I know, and like she looked really young in like 2009 or whenever when they started. Now she's like my age or something.
Yeah, she's 18.
She's like the same age as Sansa, which is ridiculous.
Yeah, they're the same age, and they are constantly trying to make her look like a kid. Like they are struggling, man.
They're eventually gonna run out. Like
Bran was the big difference because
Bran just
child in episode 1.
Yeah, and then he's like he has this like wavy long hair in like season 3, and he looks like he's like 4 years older.
Last season he's like 6'4", like he's huge.
And he's like Hodor still has to carry him around. Hodor came to Columbia.
Yeah, he DJ.
I wanted to go see him. I think we were doing something then. Like I can't remember exactly.
I remember we were at Cookout whenever we found out about it. You and me were. I think you and me were at Cookout together.
Okay.
I think, or it was me and Kyle, or maybe it was all three of us. Shit, I don't know. They were like, Hodor from Game of Thrones is DJing, and I was like, I don't really care. He's a Hodor from Game of Thrones. All right, good for him.
I like to see him though, just to say like I saw Hodor.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sitting there thinking like, man, when like, friggin' Daenerys starts friggin' DJing, I'll go check that out. But, like,
yeah.
Or Jon Snow comes and starts DJing.
Kit
I'm friggin' in.
They're actually he's starring in like a mockumentary with Andy Samberg called 7 Days in Hell.
The 7-day tennis match.
Yeah.
It looks awesome. I want to see it. It's weird, man. It's just going to be weird seeing him as anybody else, I think. Good actor. It's just going to be odd seeing him as other characters.
Yeah, it's like where you like, Daniel Radcliffe. Too. It's
yeah.
Like, you only see Harry Potter.
Poor Daniel Radcliffe, man.
He's good. I mean, I saw him some play.
I've heard he's good in some stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, Emma Watson's trying to make a career of it.
I think Emma Watson's probably the most successful out of.
Oh yeah, easily. Man, she
hasn't been in a lot lately though. Surprisingly.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
She's still in school. She has. I feel like
no. She graduated. I think she's off doing her like women are great thing.
Oh, is she doing like some kind of line or philanthropy or whatever?
Yeah,
it is?
She's doing her like, we're women, hear us roar shit. I don't know. She does a lot of like feminist speeches and stuff like that. I don't know, which is good for her, man. Like that's what she wants to do. That's cool, man. I'm not gonna lie. Whenever she came out and was like, yeah, I'll do nudity in a movie, I was just like, I'm ready to see that movie. Like, I don't give a shit. It could be the worst piece of shit ever. Yeah. As long as they're like, hey, man, Watson's going to like take some clothes off. I'm like, I'm in, baby.
So you gotta be Lars von Trutten or whatever his name is.
Lars von Trier's Emma Watson gets naked.
Well, you see, it's for art. It's for
if Lars von Trier does it, we might get to see her like literally make a porn because man, Lars von Trier is a mess. Like
Yeah.
his movies are crazy.
Oh
Have you
man.
seen Nymphomaniac? Have you seen either
No,
one of
I
those
don't.
movies?
I feel like it's
Oh,
just. I feel like it's just a terrible movie, but just
oddly
like
enough,
nudity in it.
oddly enough, part one's a good movie. I dug it. Like
How is
I
that? Why
watched
didn't he
it.
split it into two parts? I don't understand. Was it
Well,
like
he
too long
did.
of a movie or
He's
something?
yeah. He split it into two parts the same way that Tarantino split Kill Bill into two parts. Basically, he wrote a 4-hour movie, and they were like, "Yeah, you can't put out a 4-hour movie." So they were just like, "All right, we'll do it in two parts then." So they just went back, added some stuff, and then made it a 4-hour, and just made it two movies like they did with. They shot them at the same time, and I'm glad they released them when they released them because they pretty much like put one out and then like 3 months later put the second one out. So
Yeah, it's kind of like a two-parter thing. Did that actually like that was like the whole debacle with Shia LaBeouf was in it, like he was gonna have real
yeah,
sex or something in it. That ever
yeah.
true or that just never happened? Do they have like body doubles?
No, I don't know, dude. They did a lot of full body stuff with like everyone, like full body nudity. It was crazy. Like there wasn't a lot. I
Jeez.
mean,
It was
they
like
would
almost
zoom in on
ridiculous.
stuff. Yeah, dude, the nudity was just absurd in this film. I mean, it was just unnecessary.
To get to the
I mean,
point, like you see, it's just like really was this necessary sort of thing?
yeah, there. I mean, there are scenes that are like that where it's just like, holy crap! Like, but it is crazy the amount of nudity in both those movies. But I dug the first one. I thought it was entertaining. I mean, it had like an interesting idea. It was kind of fun to watch. Like, yeah, let me reiterate that. Not fun to watch. Fucked up and weird, but
It was enlightening or whatever.
it was a smart movie that was done well. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of Lars von Trier. I've seen a couple of his movies. Haven't really liked hardly any of them, but I really did dig that one. I dug Nymphomaniac Part 1. I liked 2 as well, but I liked 1 better. But I dug it, man. It was good. It was, all right. So, worth checking out, but I wouldn't check out any of his other movies because holy crap, so messed up, dude. Seriously, dude,
Yeah.
you need to go if you want to watch some messed up movies, watch some Lars von Trier, dude. Just screwed up beyond belief.
Yeah. Speaking of that, a new Tarantino movie's coming out this year. Hateful
Oh
Eight.
my god, I can't wait.
Kurt Russell and a beard.
Oh my god, I'm so excited.
Hopefully,
I
it's
am-
better than him in Fast 7. Oh my god, terrible. He was terrible in Fast 7.
Kurt Russell?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, nobody was good in Fast
Yeah.
7.
I
I'm
don't
sorry.
know if I can watch another one. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it's too
look.
much for me.
Okay, look, I'm gonna talk about this. Friggin' Furious 7 is a hunk of shit. That movie's terrible.
Yeah.
It is the worst, and it is on par with
They needed more rock in it.
oh, every movie needs more rock in it, but it was on par with Tokyo Drift. I mean, it was terrible.
Yeah,
it was so bad. Like just the dialogue was just like
garbage.
A retard wrote it. Honestly, it felt like a 3-year-old wrote it who was like, this line would be cool. Like, I mean, it's so stupid. Like,
Yeah.
it's so dumb. Like the end of the movie, like, the problem with street fights, the street always wins.
I know,
It's just
and
like,
they totally
what the hell
missed.
does that mean?
They totally mismatched. Like they didn't use like Jason Statham to his potential. Like he was so
not at all.
stupid in that movie. Like
Yeah, not good. No, none of the acting performances were good. I mean, some of them were passable. None of them were good. The Rock was, The Rock. I mean, he was entertaining, but I mean, he was all right for what he was doing. Just the acting in that movie is just terrible. The story is silly. The amount of just stuff they get away with is so more so than the other ones. Because the other ones I bought because I was like, all right, they're basically trying to make like a superhero movie with cars, but like this is just not. I don't know. It wasn't enjoyable. I mean, the other ones are bad, but they're bad in like the best way possible. Like the acting's bad, but like they seem like they're enjoying themselves when they're doing it. So like you enjoy yourself. In this movie, I just hated it, man. I hated everybody
yeah,
involved.
I know. Like people, I like Fast 6 and Fast 5. I really like Fast 5. That might be my favorite one.
Yeah,
But
5 and 6 are good in my opinion.
Seems like it just fell flat with this one.
Well, they got a new director.
Yeah.
I did get pumped when Tony Jaa was in it. That was exciting. I was pumped. I went and saw it for extra credit for my teen film class. And
What,
at the
Fast
drive-in.
7?
Yeah, well, we went and saw
Oh
it.
yeah, that's right. That's right. I remember.
Drive-in.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was a big, drive-in team film. So we went and saw it in the drive-in, and it was a really fun experience in the drive-in.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was with like three of my good friends and like three of my friends from classes, and we were having a good time and just like dicking around and joking and stuff. But man, that movie was bad. It was just terrible. I will say this: the end with the whole Paul Walker thing was kind of beautiful. Like I teared up a little
Oh
bit.
yeah,
It was
that was
gorgeous.
the best. I mean, like the most
Whoever,
very
I don't
well
know,
done. Who did
yeah,
that
I don't
last
know
scene?
I don't know who directed that. If it's the same guy who directed the movie, he needs to direct that kind of stuff that's more beautiful, because that man cannot direct other shit.
I know.
But man, that ending was gorgeous.
Yeah,
It really was.
as I say,
beautiful.
I mean, I hate to say it, but that was like the best part of the movie. Like I thought that was the
it
most
was.
well done.
Oh, absolutely. It was well done. It was beautiful. It was, poignant. It was
Mm-hmm.
sad. It was great. I mean, obviously it was sad. Obviously, you're memorializing a dead guy, but like, so it's kind of hard to say like it was great, but like it was
Yeah,
really
it was well done.
Yeah, I mean, just from a filmmaking perspective, really well done. But
Speaking
Tarantino,
of that, Justin Lin's actually directed the first 2 episodes of True Detective.
this season,
Yeah,
oh, he's directing them this
yeah,
season.
he did the
'Cause
first
last season. The same guy did all.
Well, I
all-
said this season he's directing the first 2 episodes of the guy who did Fast 5 and Fast
That's
6.
exciting.
And he's doing Star
Justin
Trek 3.
Lin. Ooh, oh yeah, I knew that. Arnold was trying to get him for Terminator Genesis, but he turned it down, unfortunately. Yeah, apparently Genesis is good. I'm ready to see that.
I hope it's
But-
good.
Oh, but we need to get back to Tarantino, man. God dang, I'm ready for that Tarantino movie, dude. Hateful Eight, it's gonna be dope.
Yeah,
You
that should be
big-
good.
are
It's
you a
hard.
big
It's gonna be.
Tarantino guy?
Yeah, I haven't seen. I hate to say it, but I haven't seen many of his movies. Like I've only seen like Django and what was his other one? I need to watch Pulp Fiction. I just haven't got around to watching
Oh
it.
my God, you never seen Pulp Fiction?
No,
What? Hold on. No. Are you shitting me?
I just haven't got around.
How do you live a life?
I don't know if I want to see Kill Bill or not because that just looks a little silly to me.
God Almighty, you're an idiot.
Yeah,
Look,
I need to
all right,
watch
look.
Pulp Fiction.
You
I mean,
need to
he
watch
doesn't
it.
have that many movies. Like how many movies?
He
does have?
doesn't. So you need to have watched the entire catalog by the time you come back to school, because you do realize Pulp Fiction's like my favorite movie of all time, right?
Yeah.
Pulp Fiction is genius, so good. I dig his movies. Have you ever seen Reservoir Dogs?
No, I told you. I think I've only seen Django.
God. Holy shit! Yeah, you need to see, if nothing else, see Pulp Fiction. And
I heard Jackie Brown
Reservoir
is good
Dogs.
too.
A lot of like I like Jackie Brown. It's a good movie. Like I enjoy it, but I'll be honest. Like women seem to like that movie a lot more than men do for some reason.
Really, I don't know. The
Yeah.
only thing it seems like Kill Bill just seems a little silly to me.
Kill Bill is, but it's still awesome. Like it's silly, but like in a really cool way. Like it's silly, but in the way that like movies that are awesome are silly.
Who's
like, I don't
who's
know.
the star of that movie again?
Uma Thurman.
I don't know who she is.
You know why you don't know who she is? Because you haven't seen any of Tarantino's other movies. Uma Thurman.
What
has,
happened to her? Did she just fall off the face of the earth or something?
I mean, she was in Pulp Fiction.
Was she in
and-
Django?
No, she's not in Django. She was in Pulp Fiction, which was like Tarantino's second movie, and Pulp Fiction won like every award and won the respect of every human being on the planet. Uma Thurman's a good actress. She just kind of rolls around and does smaller roles for the most part. Her only foray into big movies are either Tarantino movies or she was in Batman and Robin.
Oh God.
She played Poison Ivy in Batman and Robin.
Oh.
Yeah, she was terrible.
Speaking of
But
Batman, Arkham Knight's amazing.
do you have it?
Yeah, it's really good.
Well, all those games are good. I do love Batman games. But yeah, I mean, but Hateful Eight, man, I'm in. I'm ready
That's
for it,
exciting.
dude. I'm excited.
I don't know. It's got to go up against freaking Star Wars. I mean, like even though it's like released like 10 days after it, but still like Star Wars.
I'm gonna be in theaters in 10 days apart then, because your boy's going to the midnight show of both of them. Because I love me some Tarantino and Star Wars. I mean, I'm a dude, so I'm a human, so I love Star Wars. I don't want to say it's a guy thing. It's just I'm a human. I dig Star Wars.
Yeah.
So I'm excited. But Dude, I can't wait for Tarantino, man. I've been waiting for Tarantino to make a new movie, man. It's been forever. It's been way too long. Django's awesome. How do you like Django at
Oh, I
least?
love Django. It's one
Okay.
of my favorite movies.
Really?
Yeah,
You
I
haven't seen
really
his other
like it.
and you haven't seen his other stuff. God, man, you're screwing up. If you like Django, you'll like all of his movies because they're all kind of like they all kind of have moments that are kind of like that. Like in Django, honestly, you'd like Kill Bill. Kill Bill's is similar to Django in a lot of ways. Kill Bill's really good. I like I like part two a lot better than I like part one, but
Huh.
it's really
That's
good.
weird.
Like,
It's usually the other way around.
yeah, I mean, I part two is good. Like the finale is fantastic, and Kill Bill. Kill Bill's great. I really did Kill Bill. I Pulp Fiction, Reservoir Dogs, Jackie Brown's really good. I even dug his section of Four Rooms, which he directed. I enjoy Death Proof. I love Death Proof. Have you seen Death Proof yet?
No.
Oh my God, dude! How do you, man? One of these days, I'm gonna sit you down and we're just gonna have a Tarantino movie on. Well, I took the Tarantino class
Yeah,
last
so
year.
you probably saw all of them, right?
Well, I had seen every one of them before I got into that class, but
Did you have
yeah,
to watch all of them in the Tarantino class?
yeah, we watched all of them.
You watch
It was
even
awesome.
Django?
Yeah, we watched Django. Yeah, of course we watched Django.
Huh.
Why
Okay.
wouldn't we watch Django?
I don't know.
We watched in that class. We watched True Romance, which was which Tarantino wrote and didn't direct. We watched Reservoir Dogs, Pulp Fiction, Jackie Brown. We watched Kill Bill Volume 1, Kill Bill Volume 2. We watched his work on he directed an episode of ER and directed 2 episodes of CSI, so we watched all
What?
those. Yeah.
Why?
Huh?
Just because?
Dude, this dude is just a retarded film fan, dude. Like it's just crazy. He loves movies and TV. Loves it. He knows more about movies and TV than maybe anybody. Dude's just if you hear him talk, it's just freakish the amount of knowledge he has on film and TV. It's crazy. But he loved ER, was a massive fan of ER, which is why he got George Clooney to be in Dawn of the Dead. Or no, what's the name of that movie? The freaking vampire movie. From Dusk Till Dawn.
Oh, he was in that movie?
From Dusk Till Dawn?
I thought that was a Robert Rodriguez movie.
Robert Rodriguez directed it. Tarantino wrote it and starred in it.
He starred in it?
Yeah,
Oh
Tarantino.
my
yeah.
god. He's not
Tarantino-
he's an okay actor.
He's in a lot of his movies.
Well, I know he always does his cameos or whatever.
Yeah. Well, he does a good bit of cameos. He actually, oddly enough, he started writing movies so he could act.
Really?
wasn't
He
getting-
wanted to
yeah.
act and write them? Or
He
write
wanted to
and
be an
act in
actor. He's been wanting to be an actor his entire life, and he couldn't get roles because he's a goofy looking
them?
bitch.
Yeah, he just
He's
seemed goofy.
not what you would call a traditionally attractive man.
Yeah.
But he started writing, and he was like, "I'm gonna make my own movies. And I'll just put myself in them because fucking I can." And I mean, he's good. I mean, I think he's a good actor. I think he's fine. A lot of people don't like him on screen. I enjoy him. I like his weird, awkward quirkiness. But yeah, he wrote and directed. He wrote that movie, and Robert Rodriguez directed. Death Proof and Planet Terror was Robert Rodriguez. Were I don't. Do you remember those movies at all?
No.
They were 2 films that came out together that were in the 70s grindhouse tradition, which I'm not really going to go into that, but that's a lot to explain. But basically, Robert Rodriguez directed one and Quentin directed the other one. And I think they were written by themselves. I can't really remember who wrote which, but yeah, they did those, and it was like a 4-hour movie.
Jeez.
They showed one of them, and then they did a 15-minute intermission, and they showed the other one. That's how they showed it in theaters.
Wow. So it was like 8.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
And they even made fake trailers and shit. Eli Roth made a fake trailer for it. Eli Roth made a fake trailer for one. There was a fake trailer. Machete was a fake. Honestly, that's how those movies got made. They were a fake trailer for the Grindhouse movies. It was just a fake trailer they slapped
Machete.
together, and Machete ended up being Machete ended up being its own. Ended up turning into a movie.
Oh my god! Well, that wasn't a very good movie.
Yeah, Hobo with a Shotgun was they let fans make a fan trailer to go in there, and that trailer got in, and now it's a movie. Hobo with a Shotgun.
Huh?
It's the other movie. Yeah, it's interesting. They're weird. I mean, they're so like low budget looking. It's awesome, but really good movie. Really good movies. I really dig. Kurt Russell's in Death Proof, and he's really good. But those are good movies, man. I dig those a lot. So, man, I got to get you my Tarantino collection.
Yeah.
I got to just let you borrow my Tarantino anthology. Like, I have all of his movies. So, you have to check them out. Huh?
That's what I probably need to do.
Yeah, I'm going to have to do that. You're going to have to check those out. Man, I can't believe. Man, I didn't know that. Now I'm pissed that I didn't know that like 6 months ago, and I would have just started making you watch them one a week. We'll just sit in the office and watch movies.
That's what we did. I mean, we just, instead of watching movies, just did nothing. Make movies.
And talk. But, so you got anything else, buddy?
I think that's pretty much it. We've gone about an hour now, so I think.
We're at, as of right now, we are in an hour and 10 minutes and 30 seconds. So we're doing pretty good. All right, folks. For Luke Baker, I'm Jake Hutchison. Hope y'all have a wonderful week. Check out our work on youtube.com/SGTV at USC. That is youtube.com/SGTV at USC. I hope y'all have a wonderful week. We'll check you next time.